the new effect of current, that is called heating effect of current. Heating effect of current. So it is a matter of common experience. When current flows through a conductor, it gets heated. Such as in electric press, when current flows through electric press, it gets heated. So according to scientist Joule, the produced heat in the conductor is directly proportional to the square of the magnitude of current at constant resistance and time up to which current is flown. So it be H proportional to I square. Number 2, produced heat is directly proportional to resistance of conductor at constant current and time up to which current is flown. If we compare produced heat and current, then other two will remain constant. If we compare produced heat and resistance, then current and time up to which current is flown is constant. And third, H proportional to T. T is the time up to which current is flown. Means if current flown for the long time, then produced heat will be more at constant current and resistance of the conductor. Clear now? So these three laws given by the scientist Joule's. That's why it is also called Joule's heating effect. Means if current flown through a conductor of resistance R for time t, then produced heat is directly proportional to square of current, directly proportional to resistance of conductor, and directly proportional to time up to which current is flown. If we combine these three relations, we get H proportional to I square RT. H proportional to I square RT. And here proportionality constant is always 1 in any standard system of measurement. So H is equal to 1. Produced heat is proportionality constant is 1. So H become equal to I square RT joule. Correct now? Suppose if current is measured in ampere, resistance is measured in ohm, and time is measured in second, suppose, then unit of heat, it will be in joule. It will be in joule. Correct now? And as you know, since 1 calorie is another unit of heat, 1 calorie is equal to 4.18, or you may write 4.2 joule. Correct? So how can we convert joule into calorie? Or divide joule by 4.18, then it change into calorie. Correct now? So 1 joule is equal to, it become 1 upon 4.2 calorie. So or you may write it, H is equal to I square RT upon 4.2, then it change into in calorie. Correct now? So this is produced heat. Up see here other form of produced heat. As you know, by Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. V is the potential difference, applied potential difference, I current, and R resistance. V is equal to IR. Therefore produced heat may written as I into IR into T, and instead of IR write down V. So H become equal to VIT. So it is the produced heat in terms of potential difference, current and time. Correct? R, again as you know by Ohm's law, I is equal to V by R. So instead of this I, we write V by R. So H become equal to V square T by R. So these are the three different form of produced heat. First in terms of current, resistance and time, and second in terms of potential difference, current and time, and third in terms of potential difference, time and resistance. So it is produced heat. Correct now? Then what is the commercial unit of electrical energy? Commercial unit of electrical energy. Correct now? It is also called BOT, Board of Trade Unit. Board of Trade Unit, sorry, BOT, Board of Trade Unit, or it is also called unit. Clear? So as you know, since power is equal to consumed electrical energy upon time taken, therefore consumed electrical energy become power into time taken. Clear? So what is the unit of power? Here, if unit of power is kilowatt, as you know 1 kilowatt is equal to 1000 watt. Correct now? तो power of unit is kilowatt and time is in hour. Time is in hour. Then unit of electrical energy become, instead of power write down kilowatt and instead of time write down hour, so it become kWh, kilowatt hour. Correct na? So kilowatt hour is the unit of commercial unit of electrical energy. Correct na? Then see electric power. Electric power. Electric power is the rate of consumption of electrical energy with respect to time. Rate of consumption of electrical energy with respect to time. And here electrical energy is consumed in the form of heat. So you may write here H upon T. And we have the three different form of produced heat. Therefore P is equal to, first form I square RT upon T. TT get cancelled, become I square R. Power is equal to I square R. Or P is equal to, put second form of heat, that is VIT. So VIT upon T get cancelled, it is VI. Or third form, P is equal to power heat V square T upon R upon T. TT cancel, become V square by R. So these three are the different form of electric power. Its standard unit energy joule, time second, the joule per second, it is called watt, denoted by capital W in the name of discoverer James Watt. So that's why it is represented by capital letter of English alphabet W. Correct? Other derived unit of power is kilowatt. Kilowatt, and kilo stand for 10 to the power 3. So that is 10 to the power 3 watt, yani 1000 watt. Other is megawatt, MW. Mega stand for 10 to the power 6 watt. And smaller unit of power, one is milliwatt. And milli stand for 10 to the power minus 3. So it is 10 to the power minus 3 watt. And other is microwatt. Micro, it is read as mu actually, but it is micro. Micro means 10 to the power minus 6. And one more very practical unit, that is called horsepower. And 1 horsepower is equal to 746 watts. So these few are the derived unit of electric power. We can use these units to solve the numerical problems. Correct na? So it is electric power. Brightness of bulb. Many times question asked from the brightness of bulb. So suppose we have two bulb on which it is marked power P1 and voltage V, and our other it is marked P2 V. So with the help of these two data marked value of power and voltage, first you have to calculate resistance of filament. So as you know, since P is equal to V square upon R, we have seen. So R is equal to V square upon P. Therefore here resistance of filament of first bulb suppose R1 and second bulb suppose R2. So R1 is equal to V square upon P and its power is P1. And resistance of filament of second bulb V square upon P2. Clear na? So suppose I am just taking example. Suppose we have two bulb on which it is marked 100 watt 220 volt, and second bulb it is marked suppose 10 watt 220 volt. Actually this marked value is marked by the manufacturer. He ensure the consumer, if you supply 220 volt to my bulb, then it will glow which is equal to the 100 watt. Correct na? So first find out resistance of both the bulb. Resistance of first bulb become V square, that is 220 into 220 upon its power, that is 100. Get cancelled 0 and 0. It is 484 ohm. Resistance of 100 watt bulb is 484 ohm. Now resistance of 10 watt bulb, it is V square that is 220 into 220 upon its power, that is 10. So you will get R2 is equal to 4840 ohm. To see the result here, the bulb whose power is 100 watt, its resistance is 484, and the bulb whose power is 10 watt, its resistance is 4840 ohm. Means the bulb of less power will have more resistance and bulb of more power will have less resistance. Number one. अब suppose if these two bulb of resistance 484 and 4840, suppose if they are connected in series, correct now, and its resistance is 484 ohm R1 and its resistance is 4840 ohm, and they are connected in series across a supply voltage. Suppose here supply voltage is 200 volt, let it is V dash, correct now. So whose brightness is more, and as you know in series combination current remains same, and as you know consumed power is also equal to I square R. It is one form, and if current is constant, if I is equal to constant, then P, you may write here P dash is proportional to R. It means in series combination, the bulb whose resistance is more, its brightness is more. Here P dash represent brightness or consumed power. Brightness you can say, or consumed power, correct. So it means in series combination, the whose resistance is more, the brightness is more, and whose resistance is more, whose actual power is less. It means 10 watt bulb will glow more in series combination than that of 100 watt bulb. So whose brightness is more means 10 watt bulb will glow more than 100 watt bulb in series, correct. One point. Now other point, suppose if both bulb are connected in parallel, so what happen? Suppose here again we have two bulb of its power is was 100 watt 220 volt, and its resistance it was 484 ohm, and other of power 10 watt 220 volt, and its resistance it is 4840 ohm. They are connected parallel along with a battery of potential difference, it is 200 volt. So whose brightness is more? So as we have seen, since consumed power is equal to V square upon R, and as you know, since in parallel voltage is constant, in parallel V dash is equal to constant, which is here 200 volt. It is same for both the bulb. It means brightness oblique consumed power P dash is inversely proportional to R. Means bulb whose resistance is more, its brightness will be less. So whose resistance is more? Of 10 watt bulb, and whose resistance is less? 100 watt bulb. So 100 watt bulb resistance is less, so its brightness will be more. It means that is brightness of 100 watt bulb is more than brightness of 10 watt bulb. This is very important point. In series combination, higher power bulb will glow less and less power bulb will glow more, but in parallel combination, high power bulb will glow more than that of less power bulb. So it is very important point. The question may ask if two bulb of this and this bot are connected in series as well as in parallel, whose brightness is more in series and whose brightness is more in parallel. So in series, whose power is more, their brightness will be less, and in parallel, whose power is more, its brightness will be more. So thank you all about this concept of brightness of bulb. Okay.